of food production and consumption having its own value system. What a curious idea. Well, the raw chocolate world has. There is nothing quite like it in the food world. Although the raw chocolate community is comprised of many individuals from all over the planet, with differing perspectives and priorities, I'm proud that my chocolate creating has its roots in such a set of values. So what values and ethics might these be? You've probably got a very good idea already, but it's so pleasing to me to recognise and acknowledge them here. As you embark upon your raw chocolate making, you're now entering this culture. So what does it look like? Raw food is predominantly dairy-free and vegan, except with bee products being used occasionally. The raw food movement sees plant food as being the best form of nourishment for our bodies and the most beneficial option for the planet. And the same is true with organic production. The raw chocolate culture celebrates food that is produced organically or without agricultural chemicals. I've never come across any raw chocolate that doesn't do this. Treats that are full of vitality are what the raw chocolate culture consistently reaches for. Health-giving, nourishing sweets are prized highly. So we don't use refined sugar, and much attention has been and is focused on finding alternatives that are unrefined and even raw. Raw chocolate makers commonly source ethically produced products. This is what Tree Harvest, who are based in Devon in the UK, say about their cacao. Our Peruvian cacao is cultivated by small farmer cooperatives. The Criollo variety is considered to be the king of cacao because it is the most ancient. It is not a hybrid and produces high-quality beans of fine flavours and aromas, constituting an important percentage in the production of fine chocolate. Minimum possible processing is used with this bean, applying low fermentation and low temperature without roasting, by means of unique methods to maintain its natural purity and quality. And Pablo Spall from Forever Cacao in Wales works with the Ashaninka people in Peru. He uses their heirloom Criollo beans in his chocolate and is part of a network of organisations that support these cacao producers so they can carry on their work. He says, you could call this viral conservation, with village after village lining up to protect their forest. Pablo's mission is to safeguard Ashaninka heirloom cacao strains, to buy direct and pay a higher price for quality, to make the best tasting raw chocolate, to protect endangered Amazonian rainforest, and to eat chocolate every day for the purposes of work. Another raw chocolate maker is Jacques Kopp, whose company Cocoa Caravan is based in Stroud in England. Jacques is passionate about making the best raw chocolate directly from the beans, using ancient and heirloom varieties, and that the farmers growing the beans are happy. He says, we work closely with our importers to ensure that every step of the way people have been paid fairly. His company's ethics are deeply rooted in sustainability and environmental awareness. For example, their machinery uses 70% less energy than the conventional equivalent and is powered by 100% renewable energy. And his chocolate has been certified organic by the Biodynamic Association. Steph Hiller from Mill Street Chocolate, based in Wells near Glastonbury, produces very delicious chocolate. The essence of what is important to her is that she makes tiny batches single-handedly with love. And some of her flavours over the years echo this. How about rose and cardamom d'Anduja, butterscotch truffles, orange and ginger d'Anduja, coconut raspberry bonbons, fig and date mignardises. Referring to raw chocolate makers, she says, we want to nourish ourselves and others by using top quality, minimally processed ingredients which are 100% natural and organic. The focus in particular is on the nutritional benefits of the cacao products we're using. Only pure and natural stuff goes into my chocolate. I use organic wherever possible. I only use fairly traded cacao products. I don't use cane sugar, gluten-containing ingredients, or soya. I love everything about our common values. There is nothing I don't like about this approach to producing food of any kind. Anna Middleton of Rawsome is an inspiration. She teaches raw chocolate and fudge making, among other things, and has a wonderful way of showing us how sweet treats can contain ingredients that are not only healthy, but on the level of medicinal. How amazing. She invariably includes superfoods like baobab, spirulina and medicinal mushrooms in her cakes and other sweets. Can you believe that? And this is how she describes her first raw chocolate experience. All my senses went into overdrive. I experienced the incredible qualities of cacao. To start with, it was delicious and luxurious, a taste explosion that every cell of my body celebrated. It left me feeling happy, elevated and creative. I'm not surprised, as it contains anandamide, phenethylamine, and high levels of antioxidants. It was from that moment I viewed chocolate as a medicinal food, and I started playing with ingredients. Anna specialises in creating and showing others how to create luxurious treats that keep blood sugar levels stable. Amy Levin has been described as the world's leading raw chocolatier and pastry chef. She must also be the world's leading raw chocolate teacher. She has inspired thousands of people all over the world through her online and live courses. She's a very generous teacher, giving much of her material, recipes and mini courses away for free. I've taken several of her fantastic raw chocolate online courses and would unreservedly recommend them. Amy has a fantastic Facebook group made up of people who have taken her classes. Hundreds of people from all over the world help and support each other in their quest to create magnificent raw chocolate. It's great. One of the special things about Amy's recipes, which she regularly posts online, is how she likes to create nostalgia-filled sweets from her American childhood using high-quality natural ingredients. This is what she says about her passion for chocolate. I never planned on it being my passion, but I don't think we can control these things. Passion creeps up on us and takes hold of us. It drives the boat and we just navigate it as best as we can. Working with chocolate allows me to express myself in a way I was never able to do through other forms of cooking. I think it's the emotional connection I have to sweets from being a child that really connected me so deeply. I've watched so many people start making chocolate as a way of giving better options to their children and ending up with starting a small business. As cliché as it sounds, I have watched the art of raw chocolate transform people's lives. When people make chocolate, they feel happy, excited. They light up and chill out at the same time. The more we do the things that tap into our creative genius and spread wonder and joy, the better we feel, the more alive with purpose we feel, and that's why I do what I do. The raw food culture has changed the way food is produced. Raw chocolate and raw food in general have developed so much that a brand new area of food production has been created. This is especially evident in the area of chocolate, cakes and other sweet treats, although delicious savouries are also produced, like breads, crackers, pizza bases and crisps, which are fantastic alternatives to the cooked equivalent. In the raw food world, dehydrators are used instead of ovens. They are invaluable to people who eat a raw food diet to a greater or lesser extent. So what are the great things about having a dehydrator? Vitamins and other nutrients that are heat sensitive are better preserved. By using a dehydrator, you can create nutrient-rich foods such as activated and dehydrated nuts, buckwheaties, raw sweet pie crusts, cheesecake bases, raw crystallized ginger using the sweetener of your choice, orange, mint and other sugars using erythritol or xylitol or maple syrup, raw granola, to name just a few. You can dry your own garden products like strawberries, raspberries and cherries to put in your chocolate. Garden to bar chocolate inclusions. Wow. Dehydrators warm raw food, so you can create warm biscuits or brownies, for example. There are multiple trays in a dehydrator, so you can dry, melt or warm several different things at once. You can dry foods at the temperature of a desert sunshine, almost sun-dried. You can create natural food colours. This is something I must try, although I have bought beetroot powder and used it successfully. It doesn't taste of beetroot. So if you dehydrate beetroot, for instance, you can create a red or pink powder that can be used to colour your sweets. Carrot powder will create orange. Spinach will create green. You can leave the dehydrator on for hours, days even, and it gently gets on with producing delicious food with delicious smells. Delightful, slow cooking. So whether this is a brand new area for you, or whether you eat a raw food diet already, or something in between, I'm sure you'll agree this is a wonderful world to enter into and be a part of. You'll add your own individual perspective and you'll have your own priorities, of course. And like anything else, you take what you like from it and leave what you don't. If you love chocolate, if you enjoy experimenting, and if you have the desire to make wholesome and delicious sweet things for yourself and others, then fantastic. You could be on your way to creating the next new thing for the raw chocolate world to enjoy.